What's happening, y'all? Antoine, aka the Big Fella. Welcome back to another live show. Got a good topic going tonight. We're going to be talking about the new bass, the bass fishing regulations for 2025, especially when it comes to front-facing sonar and a couple of the other leagues as well. I've been doing some research on this all week. I will admit I don't have an opinion on it either way just yet. Um, I don't tournament fish, so I just don't have an opinion either way. But we're going to talk about the regulations and stuff that I've been researching. But we're going to go ahead and first get the weekend officially kicked off. Happy Friday to everybody. We got a cigar here, nice long one, so we'll be out here for a little while. It rained recently, so the bugs are kind of out. So this will help keep it away, the bugs and stuff away. Same cigar that I smoked last week. Old Blender's Gold, the Walgreens special. We're going to go ahead and snip into this to officially get the weekend started. So, cheers, everybody. And let's light this bad boy up. There we go. All right, let's set that down. Last week, I started. I didn't. Let me take that back. Last week, I didn't drink anything at all because I'd drunk so much at Outer Banks that I wanted to take a break. We're going hard in the paint again tonight. We'll be mixing these two liquors together. We got some sweet tea vodka and some lemonade vodka. It's going to be a different version of the Country Strong. Plus, we got some homemade lemonade here to mix it up with. We'll be mixing this all in the Big Fella pint glass available on my merch store. Also, while I'm plugging things for you to try to buy, follow me on my social media accounts. They're right there at the bottom of the screen, scrolling: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Um, as I make this drink, if you would please go give me a follow on that stuff. We're going to try to get this channel built up and be able to do all sorts of things. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get a drink mix. We're going to go ahead and start off with the lemonade vodka. Pour a little bit of that in there. Told you I'm going hard in the paint tonight. It's been a long week. Sweet tea vodka. Oh, I guess I could do that on camera too, huh? So sweet tea vodka. And we're gonna let the liquor get there underneath the ice ball and mix, and then we're gonna hit it with some lemonade. All right, yep, there it is. It's starting to get to the bottom. Gonna let that do its thing. Anybody's out there, how's everybody's week been? Like I said, it's been long for me. Can't remember how many hours I did this week, but definitely exhausting. Uh, been working up and down ladders all week, installing cameras and stuff. You know how I go. All right, the ice ball then started floating. So now we're gonna go ahead and hit our country strong. But cheers to y'all, fantastic people, for joining this video. I'm sorry, this live. Woo. Ah, the lemon. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit more time for people to join. I decided to try to do the live at 8 o'clock this week, seeing if more people would be able to join if I did it earlier. Um, Things go pretty good. I might keep the lives at 8 o'clock. If not, we'll just keep it at 9. It seems like everybody was comfortable with 9. Still trying to figure stuff out with the live, so we're going to go ahead and give this a test run and see if doing it earlier helps. I need to put a poll out there on YouTube. I'll probably do that after this video and see if people prefer 8 or if they'd rather go 9. It's almost time for me to re-up on cigars. I didn't have a chance to go to the ABC store. I really wanted to get, somebody recommended me get some Jack Daniel's Blue Label to smoke with my cigar. I just didn't have time to go to the ABC store to get some. But I think I will have it for the live next week along with some more cigars because I think this is the second to last one. And I need to go ahead and get some more and have them for the live. All right. Let's give it to a couple more minutes and then we're going to go ahead and get it started into tonight's topic, which is B.A.S.'s live Sonar decision. I was actually during researching this, I was using the website. Let's see, what was the website's name? Mensjournal.com, and they were talking about a couple of the different leagues. Yeah, the B.A.S.S, you got the MLF, and the MPFL. They all came out with live Sonar decisions. I spelled decision wrong on here. Let me fix that really quick. Got to be professional in here. There we go. Fix a decision. That's the thing said decoyson or something like that. This is the first drink I've had. Sorry about that. I'm not tipsy or anything just yet. But yeah, I just noticed that spelling error there, so I wanted to fix it so we can have a little more of a professional show. At least this first part. I don't know what kind of nonsense we're going to get into in the afternoon after this show. I just need me an ash bucket. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and kick off with the B.A.S.'s live Sonar decision. Those of you that don't know what's going on, like I didn't really find out there was anything like this until last week when a subscriber of mine and friend Randall messaged me and said, "Hey, you should talk about the live Sonar decision that B.A.S.S put out." And I was like, "What do you mean? What decision?" And he sent me a couple of videos, and I watched them, and then I started doing my own research and stuff, and came to find out that they're doing some stuff with the front facing sonar for the tournaments and stuff for the year 2025. I'm not sure how long they're going to implement this, if it's going to be from now on type of thing, or if it's going to be, like a trial run or something like that for 2025. That I don't know. So I'm just giving this camera some juice so we don't die. Pardon me, pardon me. There we go. Um, yeah, I don't know if this is going to be implemented from now on or if the anglers are going to be given a lot of pushback if they change it. We'll see. I can see why some of the anglers are upset about it. Um, Being like spending all this money on all this gear and then they turn around and restrict it. But B.A.S.S put out three new rules that they're implementing in 2025. Uh, First one being you can only use only one live sonar transducer, meaning it should be like plain English there, but you can only have one transducer that is dedicated to live sonar. And think as I was reading it, I think it was going to be on the bow mount trolling motor, and hmm? oh, it's going to be one transducer on a bow mount trolling motor, and that's the only live sonar transducer that you can have. Another one of the things they are implementing this year is you can only have 55 total inches of screens on your boat, meaning if you have, let's see, you can't have, like, say you have six like 9 inch screens on your boat. Well, that's 56 total inches of screen on your boat, so you wouldn't be able to qualify. You would have to take one of those screens off. And I know some of them have some screens on the dash of the back there near the steering column, so you can check depth and stuff back there. Plus screens up on the front of the boat. They're doing it for safety reasons. Like the screen, having a bunch of screens is going to create a blind spot. But yeah, all the screens are going to be creating blind spots, and they wanted to make sure that that everybody's being on the safe out there on the lake, which I can get. But I mean, I have seen some ridiculous amounts of screens on boats and stuff like that. Um, I've used I didn't have one on my boat, but my a friend of mine had live scope on his boat. It was actually pretty cool. Did it help us catch fish? No. It helped us find where they were. They still didn't bite, um, but we only had the one screen as well. So I can I can kind of sort of get behind having a limited amount of screens on the boat. Um, Making it an inch restriction kind of. I didn't get that. Like you would think you'd be like, okay, you can only have like four screens on your boat, like maybe two back there by the steering column and two up front, or one in the front, one in the back for the co-angler. But yeah, I can get why they have made that rule. And then they are only allowing one electric motor per boat. Me personally, I thought uh, all the boats had one like electric motor, being the trolling motor on the front. But apparently, they have electric motors that you can put on the shallow anchors too. Didn't know that. You see the kind of equipment I got. I got like a $500 kayak and a boat off of Facebook Marketplace that um yeah, it just sits over there. Rocco just I really appreciate that. Rocco sent me $10 and says sending love from Chicago. Always appreciate the fishing tips. Absolutely no problem. If I learned something new, you guys are like one of the first people to hear about it. Yeah, I'm glad I could help you out there. I definitely appreciate the love there. Um, yeah, that's awesome. That's my you're my first person to give me money through the channel like this. I don't even know how to claim that. I'll figure it out though. I'll definitely appreciate it. You might have just helped me buy the Jack Daniels Blue Label for next week's live. So cheers to you. But yeah, the B.A.S.S. Had those three rules to implement. Again, only one live sonar transducer. I don't think that counts into effect like your side imaging, your down imaging, or anything like that. I'm not sure if there's a limit on those. I just started researching tournament rules. Um, I'd have to go back and look at that, but only one live sonar. Again, only 55 total inches of screen on your boat. If you have six six 9 inch screens on your boat, that's going to be too much. You got to take one of those screens off because that'd be 56 inches. Um, but yeah, I again I didn't get that one. The size, making it an inch limit. I thought it would have been like just like a total amount of screen. Who has time to try to calculate the all the inches of screen that you have on your boat to make sure you qualify. And then also only one electric motor for the boat, per boat, that is. We're going to go ahead and move on to MLF. I didn't know that MLF made new front-facing sonar rules for 2025 as well. I also found that on mensjournal.com. Yeah, they are actually limiting it to 2 live sonar transducers. So you get one extra live scope transducer on your boat if you fish in the MLF. I don't think they had screens like amount of screens that you have on your boat, but they did have a height restriction that I saw on the website that you're limited to 18 inches of screen, almost like a ceiling cap, if you will. Like if you go from the front of the deck of the boat, your screens can't be any higher than 18 inches above the deck of that. So I'm assuming you can have as many screens as you want. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to again look that up again. You can have as many screens as you want. I'm assuming. Obviously, probably don't want to have too many, but they can't be any higher than 18 inches above the front deck of the boat. Sorry, people are yelling in my driveway. The third rule that they implemented is during the B.A.S.S Pro Tour. They're limiting front-facing sonar to 1 of 3 periods each day. I saw as I was reading the description of this, they're going to have like different periods during the day, like period 1, period 2, period 3, and I think you have to check in and register with each period that you plan on using your front-facing sonar, whether it's going to be like the first period. I assume they're going to do like a morning period, a midday period, and then an evening period. And you have to claim which period you're going to use the front-facing sonar, and you just have that amount of time limit between during that period to be able to use that. Once it's over, once your period is over, you have to shut that off. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of that's a different rule. You got to keep that in the back of your head. During the invitationals, you're prohibited from using front-facing sonar on day 2. So that's a whole day. You can't use your front-facing sonar. And during the BFLs and the college fishing, front-facing sonar is unrestricted. I don't know what they meant by unrestricted. I don't know if they meant you can use it all day, or if you can use the amount of screens sizes that you want, or if they just what they're actually saying is unrestricted. I don't know if it's size or amount of screens. Maybe it's everything. Again, I got to do more research. We'll probably talk about the stuff I look into more on the next official live a couple weeks from now. But they also rule number 6 is the 6th change that they made rather for high school fishing. Front-facing sonar is completely banned, so you're only stuck to using your down and side imaging for that tournament. And the NPFL made it super duper simple with their change for 2025. Front-facing sonar is completely banned. You're stuck old school fishing in that aspect in that tournament. Me personally, if somebody like forced me to make a decision today, if I was going to be a tournament fisher, I think I would be kind of upset that you're going to be limiting me. Not only do I have to keep in mind that all the other regulations that they that they have implemented, but I also gotta, if depending on what tournament I'm fishing, I gotta remember if it's my period to be able to use my front-facing sonar, and before I get out there, I gotta spend some extra time preparing. Um, Making sure I don't go over the size limit and all that good stuff. So I get kind of why that they would be upset, having to do all that. Plus, if they been using it this year and they spent all this money on all this gear, only to come back to next year saying that a lot of it's going to be restricted and you got to start taking stuff off your boat and figuring out some different configurations. You got to spend time doing that. I get that, but as your weekend angler, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't have front facing sonar on my boat. I think if I did, me personally, I probably would rely on it too much, and I'm trying to build more of a natural instinct when it comes to fishing. Um, I want to be able to rely on my instincts. Kind of old school way. Finger in the air. Okay, wind's blowing this way. I need to be over here. Cloudy. Let me go ahead and put on this kind of lure. Watercolor and temperature is this. Let me go ahead and fish this way. That kind of thing. I think that's what I would be more relegated to be. Doing it that way. But yeah, I know that was a lot of information to soak in. Believe me, I've been trying to research this all weekend. It was a lot of information to soak in for me. So as I delve more and more into it, I'll put more and more details out there. But that was just a good base of information to try to get the rules down for 2025. Um, Depending on what tournament you fish, you may have to have a couple different boats and different configurations ready to go. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip on this and wet my whistle. Made this one a little strong. I'll tell you, that lemon is fighting, boy. We had some comments come through. Oh, hey, sis. She's on here. She said, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well. Um, Again, Rocco, I appreciate the love, man. I really, really do. I had no idea my channel could, I could get that kind of stuff where I didn't even know if it was set up or anything like that. Definitely wasn't looking for it, but I really, really do appreciate it. This is going to help out with channel stuff, believe it. I had somebody ask me, was it last week? No, it was this week. They asked me if I hit the lotto, what um, kind of boat setup would I have, and they were naming a bunch of stuff that they would be putting on their boat. I was, my reply was, I probably would buy a bigger boat with a gas motor on it. One that's big enough for the big family. I'd probably buy a couple boats, to be honest with you. I'd like to have an aluminum V-bottom boat again. That's about 19 foot. That way, all five of the family members can get on there. Gas motor. That could be our boat that we use around the lakes and stuff like Lake Anna. Being able to go out there and fish and bass fish and whatnot. I feel like 19 foot would just be small enough for me to still fish my favorite spots. But and then my second buy would be a pontoon boat to be able to go out in the rivers and sit out there and fish for catfish and stuff like that. That's what I would do with my lottery money. I probably wouldn't put a whole lot of like electronics on the bass boat. Maybe down image and side image. And I don't know if I do any like live scope or front facing sonar. Feel like it would be too much of a distraction for me. Um, but I would definitely hook it up live well, all that good stuff. Um, the pontoon boat, that would be the boat that I would hook up. I would have a couple TVs on there. Use the hotspot to see if I can watch football if it's Sunday. Be out there fishing for catfish, and I would love to have some sort of like grill out there. I can cook what I catch, and just go on and on with that. Oh yeah, so tomorrow I wanted to do this live show tonight, especially I've been trying to keep on schedule with doing it on Fridays, but me tomorrow it is me and my wife's 11-year anniversary, and we're going to go out and celebrate that. 11 years of being together with this woman, and life has been amazing. I really, really appreciate her and all that she does for the family and for the marriage. It's truly a blessing. Cheers to her on that. She's in there like she's literally cleaning up dinner. Told me to go out here and get ready for my live to make sure I, got on here on time. But yeah. Seeing if any new comments came in. I don't see any. So we are going to go ahead and move on to our next segment, Catch of the Week. So I got only a couple catches sent from my boys. Got one of my son's friends, Cam, with a nice size catfish, and sent another picture of a little flathead that he caught. But Michael, I'm not sure if he's on here. I don't think so. He sent me a couple catches. He's really been killing it. Been watching his Facebook posts and stuff like that with this crappie he caught, and just a really nice size bass out deep. Then I ended up catching a bass. I went kayak fishing last Sunday. This was after I did the live last week, and then ended up going fishing on that Sunday. Took the kayak out. This was the only fish I caught, and as you can see, I'm not that close to the bank like I normally fish. I've been kind of sort of branching off. I started fishing on the banks, beating the banks from the kayak, and I wasn't having any luck. And I mean, I used wacky rig because I was predicting that I was going to catch my biggest fish this year, and it was going to be off of a wacky worm. I tossed the wacky worm around, didn't even get any nibbles on it on the bank or anything like that. So I tied on a red rattle trap and got out in the middle of the lake, and I just started fan casting around me. Um, the neat thing about that was I normally don't fish open water like that. Especially I didn't have any electronics on my kayak. Been thinking about putting some sort of fish finder on it so I can at least know the depth and water temperature. Um, I'm sitting out there fishing in the middle, cast it out there, and I felt something thump against it, but nothing was on there. So I just kept working it, and something thumped it again. And I was like, I don't know if that was a fish or if I'm rolling over top of a Christmas tree pile. Some people near the lake, they decided to get together and take their real Christmas trees and throw it out there and make a brush pile for the crappie. Um, I was fishing near that, and I didn't know if I was ticking the top of the branches on that or not. Cast in a relatively similar spot, not too far from there, rather. And that's when he thumped it, fought that thing into the kayak, and lo and behold, we got this picture here. Um, I'm probably going to try to have the full video of that catch ready for Sunday. Um, I still got to get it all edited and all that stuff. I have everything uploaded to the cloud. I edit video on my phone now. My laptop's been acting up a lot. Um, so I've been going back to the software that I had on my phone that I was using when at the beginning of this channel. I have all my fishing footage uploaded to the cloud finally, so I can actually edit on the go if I want. And I hope to have that video ready for you guys Sunday. So you got that to look forward to. I think I'll do I forget what YouTube calls it, like a feature where you can show the video and you can actually watch the video as it premieres. It's called a premiere. I'm sorry. And during the first showing, it'll have like a live chat just like this, and I can be in the chat and we can be all in there talking and all that good stuff as well. So I think once I get it edited, we'll post that thing out there, and I have a good old time talking about my kayak trip. Yeah, we're going to move on to the next segment of the show called "Ode to the Cookaholics." I don't get many pictures for Ode to the Cookaholic, so I upload my own food pictures and stuff like that that I cooked during the week. And we got, I didn't cook this. This actually came from a restaurant called 900 Degrees in Purcellville, Virginia. When I tell you guys that pizza was one of the best pizzas I've had, I'm not exaggerating to you. I mean, look at all the cheesy goodness in this thing. Um, when I go to try a pizza place for the first time, I usually get pepperoni only, because if they can't do a pepperoni pizza right, then they're not going to do any other kind of pizza right. So I got this, but I added some bacon on there, and that thing was chef's kiss. When I tell you guys the cheese pull on that thing, I really should have done an eating video on it, but I didn't. I was in the middle of my work day, just trying to get stuff done. But that pizza was to die for. But last week for Sunday dinner, I made steak and cheese tortellini for the first time. I saw the recipe on Facebook and I had to try it out. I actually made it a video of that. So here's that. Yeah, that was not the end. I don't know where the picture of it went, but that it came out really, really good. The sauce could have been a little bit thicker. Um, I just pulled that recipe off of Facebook, just scrolling one day and just saw it and it looked delicious. I said, I gotta try that. It turned out really, really good. But if you have any pictures that you want to send for catch of the week or ode to the cookaholics, you made a dish that really came out chef's kiss. Send them to me at bigfellaoutdoors@gmail.com, or you can hop over onto the Facebook page and send them to me at Messenger, and I'll be more than happy to put them in the show. I love seeing, especially the catch of the week. Don't get me wrong, the to the cookaholics too. Some of y'all be making some pretty fire looking dishes. I'd love to share them with the world. All of y'all who joined the live there, and maybe we can share some recipes and stuff together, or some fishing tips for our catch of the week on how we caught that particular fish. If you're watching your pictures soon. Take a quick cigar break before we move on to our next segment. Um, this thing is I don't want it to dwindle down and die on me. My ice ball is melting kind of fast. It's not that hot out here. Woo-wee. Back to the live sonar thing. I was like, browsing around different websites, and I can't remember the website that I had saw it on, but I think their own. I think they were talking about possibly limiting the different types of front-facing sonar, like, well, I guess brands, if you will. Like for instance, they might say only Garmin or Humminbird or what's the other one? I forget. Um, like only certain brands are allowed. Which that was probably the only one I disagreed with, and I was sitting there thinking about it. And as I kept reading it down, they pretty much like said what I was thinking in the article. and that was what if there's an up and coming company that's really trying to get their name out there? They sponsored this fisherman thinking that they were going to be able to help get their name out there, and they gave them the electronics to put on their boat and show them how to uh, teach them how to use it and be able to use it out there on the water during the tournament just to get the name out there, only to find out that their name brand isn't allowed in that tournament. So I kind of thought that was a bad rule, but I don't going through this other article that I found more recently. It doesn't look like it's going to be a thing. So, I guess that any up and coming companies will be able to still get their name out there. All right. Then took me a nice little cigar break and puffed on this thing for a little bit. Now we're going to go move on to our next segment called Social Session. Now, this week's social session is more geared towards like a social setting. I saved this segment for talking about things that's going on around the world, or like social gatherings, like etiquette for that. And today I wanted to talk about etiquette for being invited to someone's bonfire. I wanted to talk about this because you can't really see it behind me. There is a little glare right here. I'm not even sure what that is, to be quite honest with you. Something reflecting off of it. But right there, I have my giant fire pit. And I have a bunch of wood and stuff in there, some old, like an old broken down picnic table, stuff that's going to burn pretty easily. And the day before, I'm going to throw some brush on top of that. We're just going to have a bonfire cookout, if you will. And so I'm gonna have some people over, and I wanted to, throw out some rules. Like this is not necessarily for my bonfire because my rules are a little bit more relaxed. But I just wanted to go over some proper etiquette for being invited over to somebody's bonfire. First thing I think you should do when you get invited to someone else's bonfire is bring your own chair. Bring a couple chairs. Be able to share just in case. Um, if the host of the drinker, bring them something to drink. Like either a bottle or a 12-pack or something like that. Contribute to their cooler. Um, and if you drink something different, BYOB. I think that's one of the things that you should do. Rule 2: if they are cooking, offer to bring something. Like, hey, I can bring buns, plates, hot dogs, hamburgers. Um, this is where I differ. I provide all that. When I do my cookouts, if I do a large cookout, rather, I provide all that. But if it's like the family always likes to bring stuff over, so um, I let them do that. I do all the cooking though, and everybody can sit down and relax and enjoy. I don't like the bonfire until it starts getting dark and cool outside. So we'll eat and all that good stuff during the daylight, and light the bonfire and just sit back and play games and stuff like that. Um, Sorry, I'm getting attacked by um, bugs. Now, if you're bringing kids to the bonfire, um, next rule of thumb is it's also kind of sort of self-explanatory. Watch for your own kids. I know kids are enamored with fire. Um, I have seen kids like once the bonfire dies down and it's like just a low flame and embers and stuff like that. they'll reach in and grab sticks and they'll be waving them around, playing, and setting other stuff on fire. Um, please watch your kids when they do that. And I also think if you have like a wood pile, if you're fine with it, you can let them throw wood on it. But if you're trying to in the night and let the fire be able to die down on its own, and you don't want wood, throw it like if the host doesn't want more wood thrown on there, just make sure you watch your kids so they're not throwing anything extra on the fire, and especially anything dangerous as well. Um, Next rule of thumb is don't overstay your welcome. Um, that one is kind of hard to do because when I do bonfires, as long as the fire is going and I'm out there and I'm not ready for bed, I'll be out here till like 2, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, as long as there's a little bit of light coming from the fire. Um, the best way to tell is like the host will start giving signs, like if they're starting to like do a whole lot of excess cleaning up, like for me, I'll give myself as an example. When I'm done cooking, I'll light the fire sometimes, and I'll start cleaning up. Then that doesn't mean leave. If all that stuff's cleaning up, and it looks like the owners are starting to, get their chairs up and kind of gather things like nice and slow. They don't want to be rude and kick you out. Um, Go ahead and come up with an excuse and excuse yourself, and head on out and thank the owner or the host for a wonderful time, and going home or wherever it is you want to go. But yeah, just don't overstay your welcome too much. I have been to some places where the host fell asleep, trying to be a good host and not kick people out. Yeah, because I have overstayed my welcome once before, and I felt kind of bad that like the host was falling asleep because I mean I wasn't the only one there was a couple other people there too, but um, I never wanted I never should have let that happen, and I feel like if you're invited to a bonfire of sorts, don't let that happen as well. Let me see. I kind of did this one on the fly. Trying to think of what else. Um, if you really, really want to get in good with the host, offer to bring stuff for s'mores. Especially if they have kids. If you bring stuff for s'mores and the owner's cool with it, and the kids are sitting there making and snacking on s'mores, that'll get you some good brownie points to be invited to future bonfires. Beer helps too. All right, but yeah, that's all I can think of when it comes to bonfires. If I left anything out, definitely leave them down there in the comment section. But yeah, that's all I can think of. But I know a lot of you guys that follow mainstream media see all the stuff that's going on with Diddy right now, and ooh, they say you can't outrun trouble. It's eventually going to catch up to you. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, woo, that's one strong drink now. Mm. But when I tell y'all the memes and stuff that I've been seeing about this, because the internet is a very unserious place. They will take a situation and make some memes about it and some pretty funny memes about it as well. Um, it could be like a super serious situation and they'll make a meme and you'll actually catch yourself cackling at it. You're like, oh no. And I can't believe I laughed at that, but you did. Gabby, you go give me my other ice ball. But yeah, I don't think things are looking good for him. I don't know when the trial starts, but I don't think it's going to work out for him. No more bad boy, baby. There's dew collecting on things out here. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. 10 minutes till. That's cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, here's my little ice ball makers. You just pour water in this part, and you push the blue part down on it. There's a hole on the top of it. Water will shoot out to get rid of all the excess space, and you'll have yourself. If I can get it out of here. Here it comes. A nice little ice ball. Mm-hmm. Not that lemonade. This lemonade. All right, let's go ahead and mix another one. Hey, get out of there. Oh, that's one outside. Where'd the top go? You knocked it down. I got it. Get some of this tea. First time y'all see me mix two different liquors together, but I felt like sweet tea and lemonade definitely go together. And do the rest lemonade. Alrighty. The ice ball already floating on this one. Huh. Believe it or not, that one's a little milder than the first one. Or either that, I'm used to it. Hmm. But yeah, I'm just going through my list now. Make sure that is everything that I wanted to talk about. We'll go ahead and kick over to the relaxed part of the show. But before I do that, I want to make sure I remind you guys to like and subscribe. That's going to help the channel grow. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you like the page and subscribe to it if you're on YouTube. Help me get my followers up so we can get this thing going. Get me a nice big channel, and I can start giving back more and more to you guys. If you haven't followed me on any of my social media accounts, I know you guys are watching Facebook and Snapchat, Instagram. No, I'm sorry, you're not watching on Instagram. They won't let me go live on Instagram, or I can't do it through here. I got to figure out how to add it in. You follow me on Facebook and YouTube. I have an Instagram as well, Big Fella Outdoors, and I have a Snapchat. It's my personal Snapchat, but I don't mind if you follow me on there. It is Twan BC. I try to post daily on there, mainly about my whereabouts and stuff I see throughout the day. Um, yeah, follow me on those. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. But that is going to conclude the official part of the On the Deck with Big Fella show. Now it is time to kick back with Big Fella and discuss how everybody's week's been. If you have any questions for me, you can ask them over there in the comment section. I'll stay on live until I finish the rest of this cigar, and then it's going to be time for me to get off because I got a busy, busy day ahead of us. Like I was saying at the beginning of the show, it is me and my wife's 11-year anniversary tomorrow. So we're going to be celebrating that. And we're actually going to be taking my daughter, our daughter, to get to buy her very first car. She's super duper excited. She's ready to get out there on the road and start her life adventure. I'm super duper excited. For those of you that have kids, I know you always, especially when they get older, you get a little bit excited. You may not tell them, but you can't wait to see where their life adventure takes them. I know all three of my kids, they're going to do some pretty amazing things in life. They don't know it yet. They don't see it, but I see the potential in all three of them. And I know they're going to do some amazing things. I keep looking over there because Gavin is sitting over there. What are you playing? Roblox? Yeah, he's over there playing Roblox. Who knows? He might actually make a super duper successful Roblox channel and follow in my footsteps. He's already been in multiple videos here. Um, yeah, you've been in multiple lives and multiple fishing videos and stuff like that.
Mainly all of them. Real.
Mainly, but yeah. I know someone asked me how do you get your kids to be super successful. Um, I think the answer to that is quite simple. You don't force them into anything that they don't want to do. You kind of sort of got to sit back and like watch them pick interest on their own. And once you see what they're interested in, feed into it. Just keep pouring into it and pouring into it, and they'll eventually figure out a way to turn it into something they love, and they can make a career out of it if it's a feasible way to do something. Don't feed into it if it's something that's not good for them, of course, but um, definitely like help them into it. Like this little guy over here, he's he loves watching me edit videos. He loves watching me do these lives and film my fishing videos and hunting videos and all that stuff. I think he's going to be pretty good with a camera and some electronics. And who knows, he might be able to be taking over Big Fella Outdoors in the future and helping this thing really, really grow.
Mm-hmm. Like gaming.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how to do that.
So, y'all, I have been considering doing a gaming channel. I don't really know how if I want to because I'm a big fella outdoors. Video gaming is indoors, and I've always lived by the philosophy of a tackle box is better than any Xbox. And I don't want to get away from fishing at all or hunting or the great outdoors, but I've been getting back into video games. I've been playing Destiny 2 here a lot with some friends, and there are some great outdoor games that I play. Call of the Wild. I play the angler and the hunting one as well. And sorry, I was thinking about making a channel based off of that, and just excuse me, just trying to grow a channel, get my name out there that way as well. But we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. I might do it. I might not. I'm not 100% sure yet.
I'm starting to get into God. Like I play like
Yeah.
I love the missions.
Sorry, my eye is giving me fits. We've been mounting cameras and stuff at work, and most of the banks that you go into, if you notice, there's drop tile ceilings. Drop top ceiling tiles that are on the ceiling. Um, every time you move that, you never know what's on the other side of that. It could be insulation, it could be broken up pieces of tile, dust, and you're sitting there looking up as you're moving this thing away, and you got stuff falling down in your face. A lot of it gets in your eyes, unfortunately, and I am dealing with that today. Um, Almost to the point where when I woke, we ran cameras and stuff yesterday. When I was trying to go to bed last night, as I was blinking, it felt like something was scratching at my eyeball, and it hurt pretty bad. So I had to put some eye drops in my eye and do eye wash and all that good stuff. It feels better today. I mean, I can still feel where it scraped at, but yeah, it definitely hurt. Y'all, I've been thinking about creating another segment for this show, and been thinking about the concept behind it. I think I'm going to call it old school, and just talk about the good old days when I was younger. To talk about things that was out in the '80s and '90s, and just have a ball with that. But I think I'm going to do that, and maybe I'll save that for the unofficial shows, our kickbacks. But we'll see how that goes. So here in Virginia, archery season begins the first Saturday in October. So we are only a couple weeks away from that. I'm going to be starting the site in the crossbows. I'm getting all my hunting stuff out of the storage area underneath the stairs. Getting that washed and sprayed with dead down wind and let it sit outside in a bag of leaves and debris and not outdoor debris and all that stuff. And I have a couple places that I can hunt, but right back here behind the house, we've been seeing some does and fawns come up, and that buck has got to be around somewhere. So I've been thinking about just posting up right here in the backyard and seeing if a deer will come on up. I had planted apple trees, but they ended up dying off. Trying to get deer into the yard some. But both of the apple trees died, so I got to plant some more this fall and let them do their thing.
Don't really mind between the opposites.
Yeah, we got a couple blueberry bushes here. I think they're dying off too.
Because they are absolutely.
I'd really, really like to do a small little garden out here, but I know that takes a lot of time and effort. My grandma, God rest her soul, she had a nice sized garden, had us helping her pick stuff, and it does not get any better than eating stuff that you pick and grow yourself. It's very rewarding. Um, I know my grandma used to give us a bucket and would say, "Go get some apples off the apple tree. I'm gonna make y'all some stuff." She would make like homemade applesauce and apple pie. Um, what else does she do? Uh, just regular fried apples. Those are good. Mm. It's awfully quiet around the house here. Normally, I can hear people inside talking. Um, they must have gone to bed. I don't know. Mhm. This cigar will probably be done in about 20 minutes. And I'll probably end the live show there.
I guess smoking in.
All right. The seat's wet.
It doesn't go on me sweatpants.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Um, I turned the camera so you're in the shot too.
Okay.
As you play your roadblocks.
Well, actually, this role playing game is playing right now.
Oh, okay. I plan on after we go get my daughter's car and stuff tomorrow. I think we're gonna hang out here at the house a little bit, and then me and the wife are gonna go out to dinner. We haven't really decided on where we're going yet. Like we're going to go to Captain George's in Williamsburg. I don't think we're going to do that anymore. It's a 2 hour drive from there, and we don't want to get there and fill up on a bunch of food and then have to drive full all the way back. That would just be miserable for us. So we're thinking about just going about an hour down towards the Richmond area and either hitting up Cheesecake Factory or Maggiano's. When we wake up in the morning and see what we're in the mood for, we'll go there. The wife's leaning more towards Cheesecake Factory, but oh yeah, we've never taken you to Cheesecake Factory. It's awesome.
Is it literally like a factory where you get to get free cake? Don't get cake?
No, you don't get free cake. You gotta pay for that. But Cheesecake Factory. Oh, let me take a puff of this. Cheesecake Factory is a restaurant that it's a restaurant. It's not really a factory per se, but you can go in and you get actual food. Like I usually get like salmon or something like that. They have good food like that. But if you're at the front of the store, they have this long counter with a bunch of different flavors of cheesecake on it, right?
Mhm.
Um, and you can order it by the slice, or you can get a whole cheesecake. And they had cheesecake that range from like strawberry cheesecake, and cherry cheesecake, like I make.
Mhm.
But then they have different flavored cheesecakes, like salted caramel. That's my absolute favorite. Mom gets a red velvet. You know the red velvet cake is. Remember the red cake that Gerald likes so much?
Yeah, we literally do that every time.
Mm-hmm. You got that the red velvet cheesecake. They have a cheesecake of that. They have an Oreo cheesecake. It's called turtle cheesecake. Let's got like cheesecake with caramel, chocolate syrup, and nuts and stuff on it, and like all kinds of cheesecake. Oh look, Isaiah just joined. He's a hot dad and Gavin.
Alright.
Y'all catch any fish today? Did y'all even go fishing?
They did. That's all I thought. You didn't take it bad.
No. He said closed. But yeah, and they also got food and stuff too. So I think me and mom are going to go there and get some food. They said they didn't go fishing.
Oh.
They probably just hung out over at the house. But yeah, we're gonna. I think that's where we're leaning more towards going.
What the glitch? Went from the first floor to the second floor.
Mm, I got a good story for y'all. I normally do this at the beginning as people are joining in, but we're gonna go ahead and do a story time with Big Fella. I want to call this story the not so sweet honeymoon. And, let me preface. I'm telling this story since our anniversary is tomorrow, and when I call it not so sweet honeymoon, our honeymoon was pretty sweet. I'm just doing a little bit of a wordplay on, honey supposed to be sweet. An incident happened during our honeymoon that made it not so sweet. Uh, we used to have, sorry, we used to have a timeshare out of Williamsburg, and it was we I think you get like a 2-bedroom condo or a 4-bedroom condo, something like that. We decided to spend our honeymoon in Williamsburg and do all the sites, not all of them, but we did a bunch of the sites and attractions and stuff out there. Ate food and all that good stuff. Day one was a blast. We checked in and we went to the main house and rented a movie. I forget the name of the movie, but it had Mark Wahlberg in it. It's based off of a true story. And he was ended up being the movie was based around the Philadelphia Eagles. He ended up being a walk-on player that made the team, and he got a chance to play. Being a regular guy was like, a great story and all that. Watched that movie with the fireplace lit and all that good stuff, and um, the second day was a pretty good day as well. I think we went and played golf. Now, between the second evening and the third morning, something happened with me. I did a complete 180. I know people say 360, but that's like full circle. 180. I did an opposite turn. I woke up the next morning. I couldn't breathe. Um, it was hard to walk. Like I couldn't like walk from 10 feet without feeling like my lungs were about to explode. Um, my wife does not like driving in areas that have a whole lot of traffic. She had to drive me to an urgent care where I found out I had bronchitis, I think it was, or an upper respiratory infection. And I tried my damnedest to not let that ruin our honeymoon. I was like, we're still going to do everything we planned. We're just going to have to take our time and do it. When I tell you guys, I was walking around Williamsburg, like the Colonial Williamsburg, like I was a zombie. I would like walk. I had this inhaler, and I know you're not supposed to take an inhaler so much, but I think the inhaler I had like 150 puffs. I think by the end of that first night, I was probably down to like 20 puffs. I just could not catch my breath, and it was just miserable. We got to see a lot of stuff. We did the regular Colonial Williamsburg during that day. I think I went back to the house and I slept propped up so I could breathe a little bit better. And I think I slept most of the next day. Woke up because we were going to go do Colonial Williamsburg again, but it was a ghost tour, so we got to tour all the houses at night, and it had some ghost stories to tell about that. Um, did that, and I started getting better. We went to Captain George's and all that good stuff. But when I tell y'all, I like felt like death while I was out there. I know like I was getting on people's nerves, like trying to catch my breath while the me and attraction person was talking about such and such ghost who still haunts that house to this day. And I'm over there in the corner like it's making me cough now just thinking about it.
No, wait. That's for real?
Huh?
That's for real?
They can be.
No.
Don't worry, we stay prayed up, so we're good.
Goats, goats are invisible.
Invisible? Like you can't see
Invisible?
them?
Like you can't see them and they're invincible. Like you talk about skinwalkers.
Huh. Like spirit. When I when I say ghost of spirit, it's like the spirit that didn't cross over.
Now you scared me.
Nah. You keep God on your side, nothing can hurt you.
Well, just get back to the Springfield.
Huh.
You might
But
put that
yeah.
time again. There's a county called Springfield. It's very small. I just came to River City because Springfield is actually boring because no one lives down there. And then when I get back to River City in Station One, there's an automatic fire in the downtown Springfield. Oh my god, man! You could have said something
Okay.
earlier.
Getting ash on my pillow over here. The cigar smoke bothering you? Oh, you might have to go sit back over there so it don't bother you so much. The wind is starting to blow it back over there. He's gonna go sit out in the cigar smoke. Mm. But yeah, that was the story of me feeling like death on my honeymoon. 11 years later, she still puts up with me. There have been a couple times where we've gone on trips and I've gotten sick, and they got to the point where I'm like, oh God, is this going to be a thing? I don't even want to take vacations if every time we go I'm going to be sick. But whatever happened, whatever's going on, I shook it. I don't get sick no more when we go on vacation. Almost done with this. Hmm? Other than that, I'm over here thinking about hunting season. It's almost that time. I wonder how many deer I'm going to see this year.
Yeah, we can also tell in the prospect. And find there's off in the woods. We can find the river.
I ain't been hunting in a couple years, so I'm not nervous. I'm kind of worried that I'm like I forgot stuff. You know, I'm hoping it's going to be like riding a bike. I get out there, I kill a deer, I can track it pretty easily. Hopefully I don't have to enlist in a service like I forget the name of a guy. He like you can hire him. Oh, sorry, Night Isaiah, love you. You can hire this guy. Like, say you kill a deer and you just can't find it. You know it got hit. You see blood and all that stuff, but you can't find the deer. You know like mark your spot. You can hit this person up, and they can. I guess if it's early enough, they can come out there that same day or maybe even the next, and they'll bring tracking dogs, and they can help you track the deer down. Luckily, the 2 deer I've shot, I've been able to follow the blood trail, and I've been able to find and claim both of them. But I just pray I know it's going to come. It's going to happen. It's going to be a time where I'm not going to be able to find a deer I've killed, but I hope it doesn't happen. I don't want to lose the deer. Ooh, cigar burning my finger. We have a visitor. I don't know who. We have a visitor.
Maybe it's David.
No, David's here. Oh, it's Bree. Well, cigar is almost to the sticker. I'm going to go ahead and put this out now.
Still gonna stay in the water.
Yeah. Hey. All right, you guys. That is going to do it for this episode of On the Deck with Big Fella. I'm your host, Antoine Roy. And I just want to say I love each and every single one of y'all that watches the videos, that joins the live, comments and all that good stuff. If you have not already done so, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get this thing to grow. It maybe even to the point where we can like interview people on here during the live show or have them on as guest speakers, I should say. Because I don't know if I'd be a very good interviewer person. Um, just have them on here as a guest on the show. Um, help this channel grow. I can make the giveaways bigger as well. Again, I want to thank Rocco for what he did for sending $10 my way. I really, really appreciate that. I don't ask for it, but if you want to, you can. I'll definitely give you a shout out in the video. This is the first one I've ever gotten, so I'm super duper appreciative of it. If you have not followed me on any of my social media accounts, they're right there at the bottom of the screen. Big Fella Outdoors on Facebook and Instagram, and then my personal Snapchat of Twan BC. You can even follow me on my personal Facebook page of Antoine Roy. I have it set up as a digital creator where you don't even have to add me as a friend. You can actually hit like or follow, or I forget how it's worded on there. And you can just follow my posts and stuff like that. But again, I appreciate every minute of your time that you guys give me. I love you for it. I hope everybody has a very wonderful weekend, and I'm going to try to get that video posted for Sunday of my kayak trip that I took last weekend. But I will definitely catch you guys next Friday on the live.